How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal, and today we're going to talk about a really random game from Bandai that isn't based on a really random license. Because I don't know if y'all figured it out yet, but Bandai used to license a whole lot of really random stuff. From movies based on 1940s comic strips to old pieces of literature, really random old manga from the 70s, just stuff like that. And those things, all of those things should have actually gave us some foreshadowing that they would end up being merging with Namco somewhere along the line, but that's neither here nor there. Today's game, though, it's a really cool concept. There are a few things that are kind of off about it, but it's a really interesting concept. It's a really easy game, and yeah, you can probably plow through it in about a half hour, whatever. Today, we're going to take a look at Dynowarz, Destruction of Spondylus. Alright, so game takes place on the assorted planets of the Spondylus system. Now, Spondylus system is a man-made solar system somewhere out in space. And Spondylus is an interesting name for it, because if you ever look at a Spondylus, yes, Spondylus is a real word. It's a type of crustacean, or a type of shellfish. And it's kind of got like these spiny things that protrude from the shell. And then there's like this little thing toward the bottom of it. Yeah, it kind of looks like a star and other stars protruding from it. Alright, so the different planets in this system have artificial intelligence systems, artificial intelligent controls on every planet. And they've all been infected by a virus because of some alien invasion, whatever. And it's up to this guy, Professor Proteus, and his Cyborosaurus, that's his giant dinosaur deal, in order to save the day. Now, the game takes place in two different sections, or it takes place using two different types of gameplay. Sections that involve you piloting the Cyborosaurus, which kind of control like a sharper version of Toho's first Godzilla game, and the sections inside of the facilities where the AIC is located, where you control Professor Proteus in his little spacesuit deal. And those have okay controls. My man's has strong constitution, because lots of bullets. Bullets don't do a lot of damage on their own. It takes a whole lot of them, and that's a good thing, because you get bombarded constantly. Some of the platforming is kind of janky, but I can't be too mad at that. Thankfully, there are unlimited continues and a password system, so you don't struggle too bad with that. Main problem I had, though, is like confusion surrounding what happens when you get to these computers and you destroy them. Most of us, you run a game, you don't have access to an instruction manual in a lot of cases. And we didn't have access to the instruction manual. Well, I did not, at least. And so I didn't know that once you blew up the computer, you had to double back and go back to your Cyborosaurus. Didn't know that. Took a while to figure that out. Actually, it took a guidebook that I own, that I bought years ago, that I still actually have. Shout out to the homie Terry for rebinding that joint when he worked at Kinko's for me. But it's one of those games where it doesn't put you through a whole lot, but it also feels like it's missing a little something. Like, this game lacks a little bit of oomph. I don't know. It's cool though. If you decide you want to get a copy of Dynowarz, it's cheap. You can get a copy, in most cases, you can get a copy for about $5 to $10. And keep it a buck, probably shouldn't spend more than $5 to $10 for this game. You can get a complete copy for maybe, I'm gonna say maybe $30, which is incredibly cheap. But, you know, look, I would say get a copy if you want a copy, because we see the way resale prices go, and there's no telling if this game will go up in value one day. So I'd say get yourself a copy if you want one. It's a cool little thing to have on your shelf, and definitely a great starter game for a younger gamer if you know one. This has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful folks tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, I can't tell you if this is better than the original. Have you seen the resale prices on this? The original you can get for $5.